This is our third video in our series of videos on 7 steps to having an effective small group for our 412 youth group. And today's video is about inviting your small group to be a part of activities and serving opportunities. There are several reasons why having a teenager come to more than just a Sunday morning, Sunday school time or a Wednesday night time helps to grow your small group to be a stronger group. And let me just kind of point to some reasons why you personally inviting them to stuff is incredibly important for getting them to that activity where you can have an opportunity to spend time with them. First of all, a personal invitation is always received better than just reading something on a screen during the announcement time or hearing somebody talk about the announcement. So think about the number of announcements you hear on a weekly basis at a church service or wherever, and how many of those you ignore or forget about. Yet when somebody personally invites you to stuff, you are more likely to say yes. Let me just give you a case in point. There's tons of these in-home businesses that people run. So Plexus, Norwex, those kinds of things. They could post all day long stuff like, hey, Norwex is really cool, or hey, Plexus works. But until you actually personally take a relationship step with somebody and invite them to explore it and to try it out for themselves, they're more likely to just ignore what you're talking about. If you invite your teens to be a part of our activities and our serving opportunities, you are more likely to get them to respond to come. Secondly, activities and serving opportunities are actually the best time for you to be able to build a relationship with your small group. Believe it or not, the lesson you might give to a kid on a Sunday morning in your small group, or the things you might advise them in, will be far better received if they actually see you living those things out. So I always love the opportunities I get to be on serving opportunities with teens, because that is going to speak louder to them than any words I could possibly say. Now, all of that to say this. Let's say you're a leader and you say, I'm not really involved in the activities or serving opportunities. You may want to pick one or two that you're going to be really involved in, and then make sure that you're inviting your small group to be a part of it. Or just be honest with them and say, you should come to this activity. Others from our small group are coming. So-and-so is going to be there. You'll be a great relationship building time, but we just had a baby and we're not going to be able to be there. Try to make it so that they understand the importance of coming to that activity, because it will help to grow your relationship together as a small group and together as a leader with them in the small group. The third reason why you should invite somebody is that the more you invite them to stuff and the more that they come to stuff, the more involved they'll become with the youth group. If a person just comes on a Sunday and sits in a chair in a circle, and that's the extent of their relationship building opportunities, they are not going to be as fully vested as the person who comes on a regular basis. If you look at our teens who are regular to everything, they are very involved with their youth group. They love the youth group. They love the opportunities they get to spend with the youth group. They love the youth group leaders. They really are getting the full benefit of the youth group experience, and it's because they're more involved than those who just come once a week and that's it. I want to talk specifically about how to actually invite your small group to come to stuff. First of all, give them something that makes them be interested in it. Like, give them something to begin to think about. For instance, you should see the faces of those people we get to serve in the Lower Lincoln neighborhood. It's incredible to see young people who don't normally get to play at the park or hang out because there's no park there. But when we get to go down there and we play with them, they love it. They have so much fun. It's one of their exciting times, and their parents love it and their grandparents love it. And it's exciting to see them be happy to see people there serving them. Or talk about how an activity is extremely fun. The Super Bowl, or Reverb, I guess it's called now, activity is so much fun. We have a blast. Yeah, you get to stay up and you get to do all of this and all of that, but it's all really focused, and it's a real easy opportunity for you to bring an unbeliever with you. Sell it to them. Make them begin to understand why this is an important activity for them to be involved. Secondly, start to plant the seed in their mind of actually going on that activity. You're not going to do all of this in one conversation. So in the second conversation, begin to plant the seed. Begin to say things like this. I think you would really like this. Yeah, you might not be into basketball, but I guarantee you'll have a blast on this activity. You should totally come. Or, yeah, you might not have ever served like this before, but I guarantee you will like this. It will be something fun for you. Also, plant the seed with things like this. I really want you to come to this activity. I would love to see you there. Those are the kinds of things that make somebody say, not only am I being invited to this, but they really want me to come to this. And that's an important thing. Thirdly, specifically ask them. Just point blank ask them, will you come to this activity? I would love to have you come. Would you please come? Or may I begin to talk to your parents and invite them to allow you to come to this activity? Those are the kinds of things that are going to make them go beyond, oh, there's an activity, oh, somebody kind of wants me to go to. Now I really am going to think about, am I going to go to this activity, or am I going to go to this serving opportunity? And then fourthly, answer any questions they might have about it. Answer them quickly. Answer them with the best information you can give. And if you don't know the answer to it, say, I'm going to go get the information that I need so that I can answer that question quickly. If we begin to invite our small groups to be more involved with activities and serving opportunities, we will begin to see stronger small groups and more ownership of our youth group.